Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Phil from Western Supermotor Vlog. Don't worry, you haven't clicked on the wrong link. I'm just here to introduce the awesome channel, Motoramblings. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, June the 13th. Happy anniversary, hon. I am still at the Cavets Creek campground. It is 7:30 in the morning, something like that. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit about where the tent was before I had the disaster and everything had to be moved. I'm starting at the bottom here. That's the primitive camp road. Shelters 2, 3, primitive camping, registered campers only. And down here, you can see the playground area. You can see all the leaves and stuff that have washed down the hill into this area because of all the rain we had. You can also see where all this gravel is washed into the road and across the road, and where the gravel has washed off the road into the grassy area here. What we're going to do is take a walk up the hill. They were grading it yesterday, but I'm not sure how well they did. Obviously, they got all this here. But I want to take a walk up to my old site there and see just how bad the road is getting there and what the site looks like now after I've been out of it for a couple of days. I haven't been up here. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Not to mention, the other morning, yesterday morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, we heard something come down. A tree, half a tree, most of a tree, something. But anyway, this is the hill going up. Really doesn't look too bad right now. They graded it. All this gravel is quite loose at the moment. But as you can see, it washed over there before they graded it. A little stream over that side. So I will be back when we get up to the site because I'm going to be breathing real heavy real quick. See you in a bit. Alright guys, came back up to the campsite. I'll show you that in just a moment. But I caught my breath just a tiny bit and I was looking around. And that's my campsite right there. What's that? 30 feet? 40 feet? And down there, 60, 70 feet, you can see that tree. And if you look, you can kind of see on the ground right next to it where it busted and smashed down on the road there, or on the ground there. So as loud as it was all the way across the valley and up the hill onto the next site where I was, I can't imagine how loud that would have been right there. And would I have got a wink of sleep after that happened? I don't think so. That was a huge noise. And I probably would have been scared to death that it was going to happen again and land on me. But yeah, that tree busted right there and crashed down right beside the road there. And you can kind of see where the water's run through here a little bit. And turn around and see on the leaves, the trail that the water left. You know, it also comes right up here. And this is where I just walked down. This is pretty steep right here. But I mean, that water cleared everything away, right down to the mud. So none of the grass or anything survived that. That's just a huge chunk of old leaves. And this is the trail it made through this campsite. And that's where I'd set up my tent. I think the tent might not have sustained much damage or flooding where it was here. But I don't know for sure because I'm sure some of that water came over and probably would have washed under my tent. Not that it would have taken it anywhere, but it would have been pretty wet in there. You can kind of see across through the fog. You can see the hill going up. That's the playground I was showing you just a bit ago. And then there's a steep hill on the other side, which is where I ended up staying in Wind.Road.Therapy's campsite. Just pitched the tent in the driveway. It's a small tent, and she let me put it up in the driveway over there and got me out of this disaster. That wash house flooded, which is the main reason why I ended up moving, because it's a hell of a hike to go from here down that hill, around the corner, down that hill, all the way down to that road, and then up another steep hill to get to the other wash house. So the employees of the place are the ones that suggested I move and okayed it to go in an RV site, even though they don't normally allow that. So yeah, that's part of the adventure I will tell you about during the course of some of these videos. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what it was that caused, you know, I'm calling it the campground disaster, but it never really turned into much of a disaster, other than it could have been a disaster. Here is the wash house that flooded out, and as you can see, everything washes down right to it. And so yeah, they had to shut it down because there was no way they could operate it to keep it clean, keep it dry. And I'll show you this real quick before I start walking and lose my breath again. This is the hill. I'm already going downhill at a pretty good clip, and then it drops again here, and then there's a sharp turn, and that's a very steep downhill to the bottom where it gets into the paved area. So with that, I think I'm done talking about my old campsite. So I will yak at y'all later. See y'all. Well guys, there's a different angle of the tree coming down. I'm saying this thing was 10, 20, 30, 40. Heck, this thing may have been 50 feet tall. And it broke and came toward where I'm standing. If you look up there behind the tree, you can see the white barrel and the grill, and barely see the picnic table to the left. That was where my campsite was. So the tree came away from the site down the hill, which I'm sure gravity would not have let it go the other way. But yeah, if it had gone the other way, it might have been able to, I don't know. Yeah, probably would not have been able to reach my tent, but still, some scary. I mean, as far away as I was, the noise I heard was just incredibly loud. So I can imagine what it was like if I was still in the site. But anyway, you can see the debris came down across the little, I think that used to be like a dry area, but all the rain we've had in this area in the last 4 days has just been ridiculous. But yeah, there's all the debris from the tree coming down. Like I said, what a noise it made. And then here, again, small debris out here now. And then this is the second road that can go up to those primitive sites. This one goes straight up there and then makes a hard right into the circle that goes over to a couple of campsites. The one I came up and down is on the other side of this little knoll, and same thing, down around the sharp corner, down again, all down to this paved road down the bottom. But yeah, it was a lot of rain, and boy was it wet. If you look up at the top of the hill, the fog's lifting a little bit. You can see my motorcycle up there by that camper. If you look at the truck real close, you can actually see my tent right there by the doors of that white truck. Thank you, Wind.Road.Therapy, for letting me do that. And I gotta be careful, this gravel is very loose. Ian, be awesome on the VStrom. Not so much on a loaded down Goldwing. Alright, I'm out. Bye.